And now, Channel R presents Discover Spotlight, an exclusive series of interviews with our favorite emerging artists, taking you behind the music.
Welcome to Channel R Discover Spotlight. I'm Tara, and today we're featuring the dynamic indie pop trio Tours. I talked to the band about writing their latest single, the viral that is Anything Can Happen, and the powerful message that's behind it. We also talked about touring with Sam Ryder in the UK, further plans for 2023, including songwriting in Nashville and more. We will be playing some of their amazing music too. Come along for the ride. Hope you enjoy.
If you need a minute, take a minute like it's all that you got. Another hour, doesn't matter if it helps you to stop counting the days that you lost over and over.
Hey! Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Sorry we're a little bit late.
That's all right, don't worry. I knew you were going to be busy anyway. I gather you've been all morning. You're in the studio as well, aren't you?
Yes, we are. Yeah.
I've been listening to your song. Well, I put your song on the radio anyway. It's on our playlist at the moment. You know, you can see that on there.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's a great song. I really like it. But what I wanted to know is it personal to yourselves, written with your own personal experiences?
Yes, yeah, it's super personal. I mean, like, it's, you know, obviously it's a song all about struggling with mental health and depression, really, and anxiety, but also the hopeful side of things, that it does get better with time. And I sort of, like, the way we wrote the song, like, I've been going through a lot of stuff, and I had the verse of that song, and I took this to Theo, who's like, lyricist, and just sort of spoke about the experiences, and he came up with this anything can happen thing, which I just absolutely loved. And yeah, the song came out of nowhere, and it seems to be connecting with people all over the world, which is a really beautiful thing.
Yeah, well, definitely. I was going to say, because it's got a good story and a meaning behind it, and you can put yourself into that in so many different ways. You know, you don't even have to be like totally depressed, but you could be feeling down or having that bit of anxiety, as you say, and people can connect to it in so many ways. I think it'll also give people inspiration and you know, and hope as well.
Yeah, I think so. That, funnily enough, like, we've noticed on our socials, like, the bit that everyone is really connecting to is obviously the anything can happen part, but it's the second verse when things in the song start getting better, you know, even if it's slowly.
Yeah,
everyone's been saying such nice things.
It's that celebration of those kind of small steps. We've had so many messages from people in recovery, or you know, Paralympians and people kind of facing these difficulties in their lives, but that they have reached out and said how much that means to them, and that this kind of song helps them get up and gives them hope. And it's kind of overwhelming, really. And
that's amazing. But also then, you know, that you have written a song that is, you know, is really worth writing, because that's a song that so many people are putting themselves in, can you know, see their lives in it, you know, and they can accept it, you know, they know that and they're going with it. But also that helps them as well in their daily life. That must feel so good.
Yeah, it does feel good. It's kind of, but I said this, we did a podcast about it, and it was really interesting because it's sort of like, it feels really odd to know, like, it's so amazing that this song's helping people, but then I also get so sad in the sense that there's so many people who are struggling like I was, or feeling like that. I'm like, oh God, because when I wrote the song, it felt like I was the only one who was super depressed or super sad. But I mean, there's so many people out there, and it's not like everything's terrible. It's just that we all go through things, like you said at the beginning, like, you could just be feeling sad, like it's a bad day.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful thing to be able to connect and be there for people through music. And I just hope, I'm hoping that it helps people as much as they say it does. That we feel very, very blessed.
Oh, I'm sure it will. And music is the best thing. I mean, when you're going through the lockdown where people couldn't go out and everything, there was always music. So regardless of where you are or what's going on, I always find that you can find that song, or you can find that group or that band or something there to help you. Yeah. And I think music's a great healer and a great help with all sorts of feelings, the way you feel. And as you say there, you know, you've touched all around the world. That's the thing with music, isn't it? You just can touch out everyone.
it blew my mind. We just announced a couple of weeks ago we're doing a headline tour, and we've had messages from fans in Australia who are flying over for the shows in the UK, and fans from America who are flying in.
Wow.
And it's sort of, I think they must be spending so much money just to come and see us play in a sort of 400 or 500 cap venue in the UK. But it's like, what's going on? This is crazy.
And if you think people like that normally are sort of like flying over to go and see, you know, great big established bands and established groups and everything. But, you know, that's just credit to yourself as well, how good your music is and how good your songs are. So it is a credit to you as well, you know. It's not just one song, it's the fact that you've put the work in and got that.
Oh, I really appreciate that, man. It means a lot.
I know it shouldn't hurt to get out of bed. The buttons on my shirt come undone, weigh me down like they're made out of lead. I think I'm getting worse. I don't remember happy, and all I wanna do is sleep until I forget. But even when I start to dream, every little piece of me gets a little close to the edge of darkness. I know I've been here before, long as I'm not falling off, I'll be fine. If you need a minute, take a minute like it's all that you got. Another hour, doesn't matter if it helps you to stop counting the days that you lost over and over. No one said it's easy, but it's easy to forget what they say. Another hour, doesn't matter if it helps you to take back all the days that you lost. Anything can happen if you want it enough. I know it isn't much, but I slept through the night. I opened up my curtains so I'd hear the birds get a taste of the light. I think I'm getting better, even if it's slowly. I'm not in a rush to get anywhere fast. But even when I start to dream, every little piece of me gets a little close to the edge of darkness. I know I've been here before, long as I'm not falling off, I'll be fine. If you need a minute, take a minute like it's all that you got. Another hour, doesn't matter if it helps you to stop counting the days that you lost over and over. No one said it's easy, but it's easy to forget what they say. Another hour, doesn't matter if it helps you to take back all the days that you lost. Anything can happen if you want it enough. Oh, oh, oh. Take a minute like it's all that you've got. Another hour, doesn't matter if it helps you to stop counting the days that you lost over and over. No one said it's easy, but it's easy to forget what they say. Another hour, doesn't matter if it helps you to take back all the days that you lost. Anything can happen if you want it enough. Oh, oh, oh.
Did you come up with the name of the song, Anything Can Happen, first, or did that come when you started writing it?
No, that came later on when we were writing it together, and we had this had a melody line for the chorus, and it kind of felt so kind of wordy and busy, but we really wanted it to end on this kind of hopeful note. And yeah, I think that's where Anything Can Happen came from. Just the idea that kind of a maxim we try and live by in the band. I mean, we've been doing it enough sort of years, and, you know, saying yes to every show, and even if you're playing to 20 people or whatever. And it is the kind of idea that, you know, you put in the work and you work on yourself, that things will change.
The hard work's definitely paying off. I mean, from what I've seen and everything, it's definitely starting to pay off for you now. So that must be another thing that feels really good.
Oh, it does.
It's kind of great, but it's also sort of overwhelming.
It's a little scary.
We didn't realise it's just we're about to do this Sam Ryder tour for 2 weeks, and then we come back for 4 days at home, and then we're off around Europe with another band for 3 weeks, and then we're back, and then we're on the road, and then we're in America. And it's really exciting, and like we feel so lucky, but we didn't really realize how quick things can, change. And we're Devon boys, so we've both got dogs, and we love just going out walking and writing songs. All of a sudden our worlds are like, okay, we can't walk our dogs for a little bit.
Yeah, and it's only going to get worse. Be aware, be very aware. It's good though that you're just like still that you're saying that, to you it's sort of like scary in some ways, and it's all new to you as well, because it shows that you're not letting it take you off. You're still grounded, still got your feet there, and you're still holding yourselves good.
Yeah, we hope so very much.
Yeah, it must be scary though. I mean, if you say you've done all the work, you've put the graft in, you've done all the gigs, as you say, from 20 people to 100 people, that sort of thing, to then sort of have it explode with the streaming, that you've got like millions of people anyway streaming your song, and then to be going on this whirlwind, as you say, of tours and gigs and everything. It must be scary, I should think.
Yeah, you don't really... I think it's such a funny thing. Like, we always chat to our mates in the pub, and they have like... I don't like to use the word normal. That sounds like offensive, but they're working 9 to 5 job. Conventional. Yeah. And they really... and they're like, oh, we wish we did what you did. And sometimes we're like, we wish we did what you did.
We wish we had a regular income stream.
Regular income.
Yeah. That's the thing as well. People don't realise that, do they? That you haven't got that security of finance all the time as well. Yeah, it's a hustle, isn't it?
It is.
Hey, how you been? It's been a while. Heard you moved from car to house. Now you're living close to mine. So what you say? Want to catch up? Maybe talk about old days and pretend like nothing's changed. Remember when we used to sit up on the roof, say the future's in the stars, and that's the only truth you always said. One day we'll leave, and if we don't go together, promise me. When we're lonely, yeah, let's just call each other. 'Cause I know you and you know me, yeah, and there ain't no pressure to pretend that we are happy when we're really not, to say we're doing better when we're clearly not. So when we're lonely, let's just call each other, alright? We get that drink, you're doing fine, you're happy to be home again. You missed the stupid town when you were low, I was on your mind. Funny that you went so far with me, always in your heart. We used to go out swimming late night, moonlight. We got so fucked up, everything felt alright. Now we're here again. The feeling takes me right back to how we said when we're lonely, yeah, let's just call each other. 'Cause I know you and you know me, yeah, and there ain't no pressure to pretend that we are happy when we're really not, to say we're doing better when we're clearly not. So when we're lonely, let's just call each other, alright? Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. 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 Days get shorter, time goes faster as we get older now. I need you much closer. When we're lonely, yeah, let's just call each other. 'Cause I know you and you know me, yeah, and there ain't no pressure to pretend that we are happy when we're really not, to say we're doing better when we're clearly not. So when we're lonely, let's just call each other, alright? Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Let's just call each other, alright? Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Let's just call each other, alright?
Channel R Discover is a weekly curation of music and interviews from the best emerging artists. Listen Sundays at 10 p.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern.
did you come about getting the tour with Sam?
Well, we were really lucky. We were on tour at the end of last year, October, November, around Europe with another artist called Duncan Lawrence. And we had a couple of days off. And for somehow, I think through our booking agent, he managed to get us on the shows supporting Sam in Munich and Zurich. And we were just doing a stripped back set, and we got to hang out with him. And at first we were like, there's no way this guy can be that lovely and genuine. And he blew all of our expectations. Yeah. He was even lovelier than we thought possible. And he was just so kind. He came and watched our sets. His whole crew were lovely. And I think I don't know, really, we like to think that over those couple of days we just bonded a bit, and we got on well. And he thought, I'll give these guys a shot for these UK shows, which was just super kind.
Yeah, well, I mean, he started out streaming much the same, didn't he? On Instagram and TikTok and things like that. He put out his songs, didn't he?
Yeah. TikTok really changed his life.
Yeah, because he was doing covers, wasn't he? Queen and different things like that, and got noticed by Brian May and Queen.
Yeah,
his voice is unbelievable. Oh, he's so good, breathtaking.
I bet live he's even better. I mean, I've heard him obviously on the telly and seen him on the telly, but I should think live he's probably got one of them voices that's so much better live than recording. Sometimes you get them sort of things.
He just controls a crowd as well, and it's like it's an experience. It's like, I don't know, it's like if you go to what are those churches called?
Like a gospel.
Yeah, kind of like, it's just like he gets the whole crowd. It's like a religious experience. Like he gets the whole crowd, and you're all like, you feel like you've joined a cult in a really good way.
Well, that's really good though, and it's nice that he gave you that as well, that you can get involved now that you're going in with him.
Yeah, exactly. So we feel very lucky.
Yeah, that'd be great. So that's that, and then you've got your own. You're going with another band, you said as well.
Yeah, we're off around Europe. I think like 10 different countries for a few weeks playing shows, which would be great. Because we were thinking about doing some of our own stuff out there, but we're just jumping on this, and so it's a great opportunity to meet their fans and some of our fans to join. And then we're back in the studio for a couple of weeks recording some singles, and then we've got a headline tour in June. We're going around the UK, doing our own run of shows, which is exciting and nerve-wracking. And then in July, we're heading to Nashville to go do some recordings, which is going to be really exciting.
Oh, that would be good. I've seen your headline tour. Is that not sold out? Or is that, because I'm sure I saw that a lot of people saying about getting tickets and everything for that.
Yeah, it has been selling better than thought. So we're really excited.
Better than you thought, bless you. Give yourselves credit.
Yeah.
It's Monday night again. Guess there's no stopping it. Tuesday's my closest friend, but it's over too soon. Wednesday gets sad, 'cause I'm looking back. It's just what I do. Thursday won't ever end. That's when it's sinking in. Friday keeps coming next, just to carry me through. Saturday nights, I pretend that I'm fine, knowing that Sunday I'll fall apart, like I always do. Funny how it all ends the same, but sometimes unbelievable gets lost underneath it all. Nothing you see is what you get. There's color in the ordinary. Each time you begin to fall, hold on to something beautiful. Everything feels better when you color in the ordinary. Oh, delight, delight, delight. Oh, delight, delight, delight. Oh, delight, delight, delight. I hope you find you wonderful today. I'm gonna take my time, watch something black and white. Old movies get it right, oh, it's a wonderful life. Breakfast in bed, dinner with friends. Isn't it always the little things that make you feel good? It doesn't have to all end the same.
Nashville's going to be great then. Have you been before?
We have, yeah. It's probably one of our favorite places in the world. It's just, especially if you love music. I mean, they've got the strip there that we've gone out there for songwriting because we write songs for other people as well. And we were like hanging out there, and we'd go out at night and we'd walk into every like tiny bar on the strip, and they'd have a band playing, and you would be like, these people playing will 10 times better than us, and you'd just be like, oh man, I need to give up music, I'll never be as good at that. Everyone there is just incredible. It's just this pool of talent, and it's just such an exciting, vibrant city.
Yeah, it's amazing to have that musical a place.
Yeah
somewhere actually in Nashville that I've never been to, but somewhere we were talking about last year about looking at going at some point.
Honestly,
getting the vibe from there. But yeah, is it worth going?
Oh, 100%.
If you love music, like, I think it's so beautiful, and you're right, you can just jump around Tennessee, which is stunning as well, and go along the river, and there's lots of little towns that are just gorgeous. You're not far from Memphis, so if you want to go and see like Elvis' house, it's just everyone's super friendly. I literally, the first time we landed in Nashville, I went into a coffee shop, and I was a bit early for a session. I just got off the plane, turned up, and I was like, oh, hi there, could I get a flat white? And this lady was like, oh my God. She's like, where are you from? I was like, oh, I'm from London. I was living in London, so I'm from London. She was like, oh my God, no way. And she just shouts out, everyone, this guy's from London. And they all start clapping. I was like, what's going on? I was like, I need to move. I get clapped for ordering a coffee. Like, this is amazing.
It's like that scene from Love Actually, isn't it? Where that lad goes over to America because he thinks they all love the English accent.
I still remember the day that we picked up the keys. We got lost on the way in your old 93. Didn't ask for the world, just a corner to sleep, making lullabies from the sound of the street. We had a bar by the fridge, we could reach from the bed, and a fire escape for our Marlboro Reds. Yeah, we get what we give and we took what we get. We didn't know that's as good as it gets. Way back when we had what we needed, but never believed ourselves. When we said we got one bed, 4 walls, we're late on the rent, 3 jobs between us, no money to spend. I stole your flowers from the house next door, just to make us a garden on the kitchen floor. I know 10 down the line we'll be looking back, missing what we never even knew we had. A couple flowers on the kitchen floor, we had everything we needed and more. We used to dream of the days when the money would flow, buy a house so big we get lost at the door. We were dreamers, didn't know it would leave us. Way back then we had what we needed, but never believed ourselves. When we said we got one bed, 4 walls, we're late on the rent, 3 jobs between us, no money to spend. I stole your flowers from the house next door, just to make us a garden on the kitchen floor. I know 10 down the line we'll be looking back, missing what we never even knew we had. A couple flowers on the kitchen floor, we had everything we needed and more. Oh, what a life when you stop for a moment and finally notice. Oh, what a life that we led. We got one bed, 4 walls, we're late on the rent, 3 jobs between us, no money to spend. I stole your flowers from the house to make us a garden on the kitchen floor. I know 10 down the line we'll be looking back, missing what we never even knew we had. A couple flowers on the kitchen floor. We had everything we needed and more. Everything we needed and more. You were everything I needed and more on the kitchen floor.
You've got over 600 song ideas already, I hear, from what I've read as well.
Yeah, well, we've written over, well, probably 700-800 in the last few years. Because of the lockdown, we just sort of built a studio and started writing. And when we did our publishing deal, we submitted like 600 to 700 songs to a publisher, and they were just like, "What is going on?" Too much to go through.
I was going to say, how do you then decide out of all of them for your next album or for your next EP, or how do you decide out of all of that?
That is the constant battle. It's like very classic musicians. Every new song we write is the best song we've ever written, in our opinion. But yeah, I think that's where the help from management and our publishers and sort of outside sources come.
Yeah. Sometimes
we can't hear or see what the special songs are. We need other people to cherry pick them. That's what happened with Anything Can Happen. It happened in a spate of writing 2 or 3 songs a day on different Zoom sessions with people, and it kind of got lost in that for us. We didn't really think about the song until our management picked it out as their favorite.
Yeah.
And then we teased it out on social media, did some sort of live performances, and it really resonated and connected.
It definitely has. Yeah, it definitely has. I think it's a great song, and it's so good the fact that you have put yourself out there and said that you connect to it, that it's your story. As you say, it's so good, and it's made it. You're going to give other people that hope, as you say, and that inspiration, and that to look forward to the future themselves.
Yeah, well, that's that. Yeah, that is the hope.
Which is great. It's so good. Well, it's been really lovely speaking to you. I wish you all the best with this tour with Sam Ryder and your own tour. I hope it all goes really well. I'm sure it will.
Thank you so much.
If you ever want any tickets, let us know. Come to a show.
Definitely. Yeah, I need to find out where you're doing your own ones. I'll get the places you're going. Yeah. And definitely, I'd like to come and see you.
That'd be amazing.
Be great. Yeah. Thanks ever so much for giving me some time today. I hope your recording goes well.
Thank you.
All right. Take care of yourselves. Thanks, Sam. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Discover Spotlight. Learn more about this week's featured artist on channelrradio.com/discover.